Hello, teacher. We hope you are doing well during this quarantine time. We are Group 2 from Class Advanced Accounting 60. Today, our group will present about the business communication problems from the Heineken company in Vietnam. Our group have 4 members. The first member is Phương Trinh, is me. The second member is Đình Phúc. The third member is Duy Anh, and the last member is Đức Huy. So, let's come to the meeting agenda today. Our presentation have 4 main parts. The first part is the company background. The second part will be the analysis of case number 1, which is a problem related to bypassing. The third part will be the analysis of case number 2, which is about the different frames of reference due to cross-cultural misunderstanding. And the last part will be analysis of case number 3, which is lack of writing skill. Coming to the first part, which is company background, I will tell you a little bit about the Heineken company in Vietnam. The Heineken company in Vietnam is a subsidiary of Heineken, the world's most international brewer. Heineken Vietnam was established in 1991 and operates 6 breweries in Hanoi, Đà Nẵng, Quảng Nam, Ho Chi Minh City, Vũng Tàu, Tiền Giang, and 9 sales offices across Vietnam. In 2017 and 2018, Heineken Vietnam was proudly recognized as the most sustainable company in Vietnam by the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry, VCCI, based on the annual Corporate Sustainability Index. In every business entity, business communications problems are unavoidable. So, how can business owners and their employees can better prepare themselves to solve these problems and avoid the same problems to pop up in the future? The first thing we can do is to analyze it thoroughly and deeply so that we can better understand the problem and that in the future we can avoid them. Coming to the first case of the Heineken company in Vietnam, we will now analyze and understand its problem, which is bypassing. Let's meet Lan. She has been a sales representative for the Heineken company in Vietnam for 2.5 years. However, over the past 4 months, her performance has been below standard because she didn't gain any contract for the company. At a meeting where all the sales representatives were milling around, the CEO pulled the vice president aside and asked that, why is Lan still a representative? Unwilling to question the CEO, the vice president soon thought up in his head that, so that the CEO really wanted Lan to be promoted. After that conversation with the CEO, the vice president soon sent out order to promote Lan. After we have finished analyzing the case, we now come to the rationale. Our group chose this case because we want to understand the importance of getting the right idea from implied words. The second reason is that we want to emphasize on the necessity of having timely feedback of employees at work. And the last reason is we want to enhance the communication process between people in charge of In order to successfully solve this problem, we propose 3 main lessons to solve this. The first knowledge base that we use is the knowledge about the obstacles that create communication barriers, and in the case above, the knowledge base is the bypassing problems. The second base that we use is the general process of promotion in the company in general. And the last knowledge base we use is the effective synergy between departments, because in a large company, a lot of departments participate in bringing the results for the company. So, ineffective synergy between different departments will create a loss in human resources and also in the results, in the effectiveness of operation of that company in long term. Coming to solutions, our group has proposed 3 solutions for this problem. The first solution that our group proposed is that when the Vice President and the CEO had a conversation about Lan's case, the Vice President at that time should ask about the intention of the CEO when he said about the performance of Lan. By doing so, he can avoid the misinterpretation of the CEO's words in the saying, "Why is Lan still a sales representative?" And the Vice President and the CEO can then have a talk about their employee's problem, which is Lan's case. Coming to the second solution, the CEO should have asked the Vice President whether he got the CEO's intention was clarified. And the third solution that from the case above, the Vice President was really hasty when he sent out order to promote Lan. He should have asked the Human Resources Department to send him an assessment of Lan's performance over the last 4 months to avoid that problem. From Lan's case, 2 lessons can be drawn out in order to avoid further communication problems in the future. The first lesson is that bypassing can lead to major communication problem because people assume that meanings are contained in words, but actually meanings are in people. For communication to be successful, the receiver and the sender must then attach the same symbolic meanings to their words. And the second lesson is that in order to have effective communication, communicators should create an environment for useful feedback. This means asking questions such as, "Do you understand?" or "What questions do you have?" as well as encouraging listeners to repeat instructions or paraphrase ideas. By doing so, a listener can provide feedback that describes rather than evaluates. So I have finished my presentation relating to the company background and the first case, which is bypassing. The second problem related to different frames of mind will be presented by Ziyang and Hui.
Hello teacher, my name is Ziyang and I'm a member of group 2. Today because my computer doesn't have a webcam, so I had to make a video like this. Now I will present about case number 2, cross-cultural misunderstanding. In 2018, a cultural misunderstanding nearly derailed a marketing project between the Heineken company in Vietnam and the Heineken company in Germany. The marketing department of the Heineken company in Vietnam received a detailed list of project-related questions from its Germany counterpart. But they didn't respond immediately, so the German marketer panicked when they received no reply. They wonder what had happened. Was the cooperation off? And a week later, the Vietnamese marketing team respond. Unlike in Germany or Western nation, the Vietnamese incorrect input from everyone involved in a project. The query probably went to the head of different departments, so that a complete picture could be presented in the response. In German or Western countries, business countries expect an immediate response of some sort from emails. In this case, the problem lies in different frame of reference due to cultural difference. In low context culture, specifically German people prefer directness and immediateness, which means that only people related to the problem should be noticed and asked for opinion. Meanwhile, in high contact culture, people value indirectness and criticism. This means all departments in the organization are informed of the project and everyone's idea is welcome. About the reason we choose this scale, um, there are three main reasons. The first reason is to clarify the difference between high and low contact culture in business communication. The second reason is to learn about negative consequence resulting from different frame of reference in in cross cultural misunderstanding. And the third reason is to better prepare for ourselves in an international job market. Knowledge base, uh, we we learn about the obstacles that create communication barrier. In this case, it is a different frame of reference due to cross-cultural understanding. And the basic difference in business communication style between high context and high context culture and low context cultures.
About the solution, we suggest three solutions for a company like Henken. An uniform policy regarding communication policy should be implemented. And secondly, they should find out about basic communication of style of low-tech cultures, especially Germany, to avoid unaware misunderstanding as acceptable. And at last, they should clarify the due date for the response so that they cannot put in a passive situation. And now what can we learn about this game? Firstly, to succeed in a global village, business communicators should be more aware of their own culture and how it differs from others. As in the case in low context culture, people communicative in highly structured messages provide detail, stress little meaning, and give authority to written information. On the other hand, in high context culture, people communicate in simple, sometimes ambitious messages, understand visual message readily, and last, when working with companies in different countries, employees should spend more time to learn about their partner working style and avoid unwanted problems and possible conflicts. And about the criteria for the Trịnh Đình Phúc.
Well, welcome everyone to the final case in our business communication problem, which occurs in Heineken, Vietnam, and I'm Trịnh Đình Phúc. Now, for this final problem, it occurs between not counterparts, like the previous two cases, but in this case, this problem occurs between employers and employees. Now, this problem arises from a lack of writing skills. So, in the third quarter of 2019, the Human Resources Department of Heineken Company in Vietnam sent a memo to all employees asking them to clean up their working spaces after work. However, as you can see, the subject includes only one word, which is clean up. Now, the memo also stated that if they did not follow the requirements, they would be rated as not complete the task in the personal performance assessment report. So, the staff member, yes, of course, the staff member, when they receive the memo, firstly, they get confused. At the same time, they're angry. They're angry at the authoritarian tone, and also the furious tone of the memo. They feel like they're intimidated. So why do we choose this case? Well, there's several reasons. First one being to improve writing memo writing skills, as that is a crucial factor in communications at work. We'd also like to understand techniques in developing persuasive and effective messages. And finally, we'd like to figure out a way to play down the tensions, to ameliorate tensions between different departments in the company, especially between employer and employees. To come up with solutions to this particular problem, we need to base our solutions on several knowledges. The first one is to solve this case, we need to clarify the purpose for writing effectively. More importantly, we have to spotlight audience benefits, highlight what the receiver is going to get out of performing a required task. And last but not least, being courteous, being gentle to the receiver so that they don't feel intimidated. So our solutions to the problem, they include three main types of solutions. The first one is for the Human Resources Department to give reasonable explanations for the employees, because the employees have the right to be informed about all the internal changes in the company. The second one is for the Human Resources Department to change the tone in the memo. They should be more polite, to ask for cooperations for every staff in the company, so they are not scared by higher level managers. They'll feel more voluntary to do the task themselves. Finally, these solutions must also come from companies, the higher level managers of the companies itself. So the Human Resources Department should offer some perks for doing what for the employees to do what they were asked. For example, in this case, might be a free doctor visit. It might not cost much, but it would make the employees feel that they are involved in every major decision of the company and they're not left behind. So what lessons could be taken out of these particular problems? Well, first of all, our purposes that result in an action memo should be stated right at the beginning of the memo to clarify, to help clear things up a little bit. And finally, a memo's tone, specifically memos that ask for actions, should be gentle and polite in its tone to be more friendly towards the employees, to help them feel that they are not intimidated, they are not forced to do this task from higher level managers. Only then would managers create a healthy and friendly working environment which works better for all of the employees and as well for the managers. That is the end of our group's presentation, and we really do hope to hear your feedback on our group's performance. Thank you.